Memorial Day is more than a day off from work. It's a day to reflect on what others have sacrificed in order to make our country strong. And what better way to honor our proud members of the military than by showcasing the national pastime? We here at Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area are proud to present the orange and black, paying tribute to the red, white, and blue. It's Memorial Day baseball, and it's all coming up next. A beautiful day for baseball. As you check out Willie Mays Plaza, it's Memorial Day, the day we honor those who are serving and who have served. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Rucco. Well, we always expect a great day on Memorial Day. And, Mike, on this great day, the Giants come back 4-3. They take on a rival, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and we're looking for a good start from Barry Zito.
Well, very fitting that Barry Zito should be pitching here today on Memorial Day. He has done a lot for the people who have honored our country and have served our country. And a lot of them are here today. A lot of them are guests of Barry Zito, and he looks to get them off on the right foot. The next 13 of the next 16 games are here at home. This is a part of their schedule. They can make a move, and it's up to Zito to get them off and get them going the right way.
All right, Barry Zito on the hill facing the former A. All right, when we come back, we will have the starting lineups and the very first pitch right after this.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Here we are at AT&T Park on Memorial Day. Our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. 60 degrees here at the yard. We got winds at 12 miles per hour. The humidity is at 71%, and we do have some clouds in the area. Here's Kirk Gibson's lineup. Facing Barry Zito, it'll be Bloomquist, Hill, and Upton. Those are your first three. Jason Kubel is going to be the cleanup hitter. Then it's Goldschmidt, Young, followed by Montero, Roberts, and Cahill. And you can see Kubel, a 5-game RBI streak.
On the hill today for the Giants will be Barry Zito. Zito 4-8 lifetime against these Diamondbacks. This is what he's done this year in 9 starts, 3-2 with a 3.53 ERA. And Zito will give you a fastball, curveball, changeup, cutter. Does a lot of things with the ball.
And the first pitch of the ball game is a called strike.
Zito in his 12th year at the big league level, 148 wins against 126 losses lifetime.
Bloomquist, soft ground ball to Belt, and that's how this game gets started.
Thank you very much. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Barry Zito today. For the Giants, starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Cabrera, Pagan, Blanco, best arm in left field with Cabrera, Crawford, Arias on the left side of the infield, Burris and Bell to the right side, and Hector Sanchez will be in the squad, putting down the signs for Barry Zito.
And a strike to Aaron Hill. Zito has had to sit on a start that he'd like to forget about, that start in Milwaukee, where the Brewers scored 6 runs in the first inning. And those are hard to sit on for 4 or 5 days.
Well, especially when you've been throwing well like he has done all year. And really, that was the only aberration. And there was bad defense. It kind of let him down and it steamrolled. But the thing that he did not do well in that game was locate down around the knees early in the game. And we'll keep a close eye on his command today. That is always a key for Zito, his ability to spot his pitches. And you need that. When your average fastball is below the average fastball in the league, you need to be very, very fine with your command.
And here, after jumping out in front, he's behind 3 balls and 1 strike with Upton to follow. Hill 2 for 9 lifetime against Zito. And the 3-1 delivery is fouled back. It's 3-2.
You see the special Memorial Day hats that the Giants are wearing today. The SF is in camouflage. Army camo, surrounded by an orange border. And I think it's the best Memorial Day hat we've ever seen. It's a good one.
Fouled out of play. Yeah, over the years they've been red or blue.
Let's take a look at our Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. And this is a changeup from Zito. You see the circle change grip. He throws it off of the middle finger, the ring finger, and the little finger. The forefinger completely off the ball on the side. And it forms a circle, hence the circle change.
And Hill strikes out swinging.
Let's take a look at those grips from Barry Zito. The base, the fastball is a 4-seamer. You can see the thumb underneath the middle finger. And there's a 2-seamer with the thumb underneath the forefinger. Notice the ball is out on the fingertips. Now here's the circle change we're talking about. The forefinger and the thumb form a circle on the side, and you throw it off the weak part of your hand. And there's his curveball. Very unique in that the pressure point is the forefinger.
Here's Upton. Upton takes a strike. Hitting at .255. 5 home runs, 19 RBIs.
And you see the slider and the fastball. He's throwing that about 70% of the time. Curveball is changeup or specialty pitches that he doesn't rely upon like that slider. Good changeup. And right away, he's a different guy than what we saw in Milwaukee. And again, there's the changeup. That's a 4-seam grip. He's not throwing it off the forefinger. You can't get as much push behind that ball when you're throwing it on the weak side of your hand. Strong side of your hand is when you grip a baseball between your forefinger and your middle finger. That's the strong side of your hand, the inside part of your hand. You throw the circle change on the outside part of your hand. Middle finger, ring finger, little finger.
Very close, 2-2.
Just missed. Not going to get a lot of corners from Chad Fairchild, and he does have a reputation of having a bit of an erratic zone. That's the plate umpire today. That's a nice 1-2 pitch. Definitely something you have to think about if you're in that batter's box. But I think it was called correctly.
It's a little flare down the right field line. This will be foul. D-backs are 22-26. They're 10.5 back of the Dodgers. They're coming off a homestand where they took 2 out of 3 from Milwaukee, winning the last 2 games in that series, Saturday and Sunday. And hit on the ground to Crawford. Crawford to Belt. Side retired. Giants coming up. Written up by Bruce Bochy. 3 hours before the ball game, it's Blanco, Crawford, and the hottest hitter on earth, Melky Cabrera, and good numbers against the Diamondbacks. Pagano hit cleanup, then it's Sanchez, Belt, and the bottom 3 will be Arias, Burris, and Zito.
On the hill today for the Arizona Diamondbacks will be the right-hander Trevor Cahill, 6'4", 222-pounder. He's 24 years old. Is in his 4th year at the big league level. 2-4 on the season with a 3.74 ERA. And when you hit against Cahill, you're aware of the fastball that's got big-time sink, and he'll run up there low to mid-90s, 90 to 94. He's also got a curveball and a changeup that he'll feature, but at times he'll pitch with just that sinker. It's that good. When he's right, you'll see a lot of ground balls.
So here's Giants leadoff hitter, and we can say that now because that's where he's been for about 3 weeks.
He is now the leadoff hitter, and boy, what a job he has done. When you look at his on-base percentage, it is fantastic.
Blanco overall hitting .282 with a home run, 9 RBIs. And the first pitch is a bell-tie fastball for a strike. Blanco had 8 hits on the road trip. He went 8 for 27. He didn't have any hits in Milwaukee, so all 8 of those hits came in South Florida.
He's finding ways to get on base too with a walk. On base percentage an even .400, and that is when you put yourself at 400 level as a leadoff hitter, you're amongst the league's elite.
Here he lines this one into right center field. That's a base hit. Upton's going to try to track it down. He does, but it's too late. Into second base is Blanco.
Now you always hope your leadoff hitter can get the crowd into the game early, and Gregor Blanco just does that. Let's take a look at the defense for the Arizona Diamondbacks, beginning in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Kubel, Young, Upton. Best arm in right field with Upton, Bloomquist, and Roberts on the left side of the infield. Hill and Goldschmidt on the right side, and Miguel Montero will be in the squad behind the dish doing the signal calling today.
Here's Crawford. And Crawford with a beauty. Hill is going to make the play, but on the bunt, Blanco moves over to third.
Time now for our AT&T U-verse reverse replay. Yesterday, Melky Cabrera came up big early in the game with a home run off Ricky Nolasco. Just one of the 4 hits that he had yesterday. And for Cabrera, that was home run number 4, and it got out of there in a hurry. And that is our AT&T U-verse reverse replay.
Cabrera at 369. And a curveball for a strike. He's 1 for 5 career-wise against Trevor Cahill. This is bounced into the Diamondbacks dugout, and it's 0-2. Cahill, not really a strikeout guy, but he's got some time now to try to strike out Cabrera. It's 0-2. And a nice play by Montero. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
They're just getting Montero back in the lineup. He was out for 5-6 days with a slight groin strain. Some of our nation's finest today here at the ballpark. Looking rather dapper.
Yeah, they look good. Had to get him to chase a high fastball. It's 2-2.
Indeed, did go up there by design.
Got him. Boy, he did pitch for the strikeout, and he got Cabrera looking. Now it's Pagan.
Well, you're almost stunned when you see Melky Cabrera strike out, especially looking. As hot as he has been, one of the all-time great months of May in San Francisco Giants history.
Here's Pagan. Pagan's 3 for 3 lifetime against Cahill. And he takes low. Home plate umpire is Chad Fairchild. Hector Sanchez to follow. And that squirts away, and it's just not far enough.
Got to be sure. Any hesitation whatsoever, you stop. A little hard breaking ball that just sort of kicked away from Montero. He's a good ball blocker.
Hey, Papa's here. He part of the pregame show today?
I think he is.
3-0.
There's Maba. Papa and Maba, they showed up. Now we can start.
What do you bet those are Christmas gifts?
Yeah, I got to go with that. Yeah.
3-0 to Pagan. And I don't think Cahill wanted to face Pagan in this spot, so he pitched around him for Sanchez.
Well, Pagan's been hot. Not to say that Sanchez has not been hot. He's been swinging the bat well. Some really big hits on this last road trip. Think back as to how the road trip started, the 14-inning game in Milwaukee. And he had the home run on the 14th that was the deciding swing of the bat.
He had the big fly. Here's Sanchez with a couple of home runs, 16 RBIs. And Cahill with the double bluff. Down low is Pagan. Started to go, but put on the brakes.
I tell you, it almost looks like Trevor Cahill's trying to throw a ball away. I mean, he's really been down in the dirt a lot. A lot of pressure on Miguel Montero right now, the D-backs catcher.
Pagan goes. There's the throw. He throws a grounder, and coming in to score is Blanco. And it's 1-0 Giants. And that's called a double steal.
Well, an aggressive play. And I'm not sure if Blanco had an initial intention of going. I mean, you're going to lean that way. Then when he saw the throw was low, he took off. No hesitation. So a rare double steal, and the Giants draw first blood.
I'm really surprised that they even threw the ball through.
Yeah, I am too. But Montero throws well. I mean, he's got a lot of confidence. Well, I mean, Gregor Blanco just walked right in.
It's 2-1 to Sanchez. Sanchez on the ground, a base hit. Here comes Pagan. Not in time. 2-0 Giants.
And now you know why it's easy for Bruce Bochy to write Hector Sanchez's name in there every fifth day. And he knows he's not giving up a lot of offense when Buster Posey takes a day off. 2-out swing of the bat. And this ground ball finds a hole. That ball's right out there. But you look at his swing. He does not overswing. He's got good touch up there. And it's almost like he was trying to hit it in that hole. A belly slide for Pagan, and he can travel in the dirt.
I think he likes that.
I do too.
Here's Belt. And Belt takes low. Belt took an 0 for 3 against Cahill in Arizona. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, there's a reason why he wears those patches.
Belt hammers one into right center field. Nobody's going to get it. Hector Sanchez is on the move. That big old body hits third. He's going to score. Belt with a triple. That's the thing the Giants have been trying to get Brandon Belt to do, is get the barrel out.
Well, they've opened up his stance. He's a little bit taller in his setup. And boy, I tell you what, he dropped some head on this ball down and in. 19th triple for the Giants this year, and that leads the major leagues. Now, when you hit it in this ballpark, you find the right center field gap. You got to think 3 bags. Look at that swing. Goes down and get it. And that's something he was having a problem with when he didn't have the open stance. This thing blows right through the gap. Not even Upton can catch up to this one. And watch Brandon Belt lay him down. Once he gets it going, he's got pretty good speed.
Hector Sanchez getting some oxygen. Here's Arias with Belt at third. And the first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1.
This is such a dramatically different team you're watching right now than it was 3 weeks ago offensively. They have got some confidence.
Hit out to right field. Upton. Upton will wait, and he puts it away to end the inning. Giants on the board 3 times here in the first inning. Blanco scores. Pagan comes in to score. And Sanchez scores.
Net Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit HEFINS.com.
Giants out in front 3-0 as we go to inning number 2. Oh yeah, we got some folks out here with attitude, baby.
Oh yeah, show your colors.
Here's Jason Kubel. Kubel had a 3-for-3 game against Zito in Arizona. Thus, cleanup today.
Well, he's red hot. He's had 5 games in a row where he's had RBIs in each of those games. Good middle and hitter.
Hits this one out to left field and hits it very well. And Cabrera's going to have to play this one off the bottom of the wall. So just like that, Jason Kubel now 4-for-4 lifetime against Zito. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, Dwayne, well, as Mike mentioned in the first inning, the Giants are wearing special caps today to honor Memorial Day. And actually, all of Major League Baseball has specialized caps, and fans can purchase them with a portion of the proceeds helping out our veterans. You can help out Major League Baseball, help those veterans who do so much to help us. Just log on to MLBcommunity.org or welcomebackveterans.org to see how you can make a difference. Dwayne?
All right, thanks, Amy. Those are the hats, and they look good.
You know who was pretty psyched about it was Will Clark here at the ballpark today. He had his uni on, put the hat on.
Hit on the ground slowly to Crawford, and Crawford's going to make the play.
Will Clark said, Ruby, I got me a new hunting hat, and I'm psyched. And he was not making it up.
Oh, yeah, he's always happy.
Well, Wednesday, June 13th, Giants going to take on the Astros, 7:15, and it's golf night presented by TaylorMade. And your special event package includes a ticket to the game against the Astros and a limited edition Giants TaylorMade driver head cover. I want to get that. So come out early to see PGA Tour golfer Dustin Johnson throw out the ceremonial first pitch. And partial proceeds benefit the first tee of San Francisco. sfgiants.com/special events gets it done. Hope to see you here.
Here's Chris Young. Young takes one high and wide. Giants saw Young the first 3 games of the season, and he was smoking. The next time they went into town, Young was on the disabled list. 2 balls and no strikes. He's 7-for-29 against Zito lifetime.
Well, he's streaky and really prone to the strikeout early in his career. He's really made a lot of good positive changes in his swing. Take and swing out, get more compact. He's become more selective. It's amazing when you swing at pitches in the strike zone as opposed to going out chasing.
Yep.
And that really is the best way to sum up where most of his improvement has been.
And a 3-0 strike to make it 3-1.
Miguel Montero on deck.
Standing at second is Kubel. And this is foul back. It's 3-2. Zito had a 1-2-3 first inning. Young hits a flare, and that's going to fall. Pagan gets to it. They're going to hold Kubel, who didn't have a very good jump. So Young with a base hit. This is what Amy G was talking about, the Welcome Back Veterans. See the website, welcomebackveterans.org. Join Major League Baseball in helping those veterans who have done so much to help us. Log on to MLBcommunity.org or welcomebackveterans.org for more information how you can make a difference. Here's Montero. Up and into Montero.
I'll say one thing about our troops. We get the best looking unis. Yep.
Montero 3-for-10 lifetime against Zito. Same pitch, same spot, 2-0.
Hector Sanchez is going to come out and talk about it. The concern is missing high with off-speed pitches. I mean, you never want to miss high with an off-speed pitch. If you're going to come up high, you want to come up with your best fastball. The exception may be a little flat cutter at the hands from Zito to a right-handed hitter, but with a left hand in the box, you want to stay down around the knees. And Hector Sanchez want to come out and just talk about Zito's release. He wants to get him down around knees now.
Montero's trying to tie it up. He's very capable of doing that. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now he looks to yank. No question. It's one of the things they like about this guy is that he comes up with big hits, and they're not just singles. Just negotiated a nice extension. Going to be a Diamondback for a long time.
2-2. Hey, we have a minute here. We'd like to send our best wishes to Dave Righetti's mom, Sandy. He's a bit under the weather, so Mike and I would like to say, Sandy, you got a good kid. Hope you feel better.
Yep, we like him. You did good there.
2-2. And Montero just got a piece of a pretty good breaking ball. Ryan Roberts is on deck. And Zito will chuck one over to Belt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This will be pitch number 30 for Zito.
Definitely a running situation. That throw over called by the bench. A lot going on with Zito right now. Got to hold that runner. Got to make a pitch in the strike zone.
Runner goes. Breaking ball. Throw down to second. They got him. That whole sequence totally backfired on the Diamondbacks.
I thought the pitch was pretty good, too.
Yeah, I thought it might have been called a strike.
Hector Sanchez throws a seat, and I'm not really sure what Chris Young was thinking because he didn't even go into a slide. And that's a big play.
Bit of a hanger. It's foul straight back. Young man leaned over and caught it.
Nice play.
Yeah, very smart.
Totally gets it.
Huh? Look at that.
I got it. Oh, yeah. Soft hands.
Yeah. Make a good first impression. Foul back again.
And then he gives it up to his date.
That's the impression right there.
This kid's going to be a star.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. No
man.
question. Nice going.
I've seen guys 50 that didn't get it.
Yeah, all over.
High, way out into right center field. Pagan and Blanco coming together. And it's Pagan who makes the catch. You can see it happening.
2 center fielders.
Swing away for big league cash only at Cash Creek. Visit cashcreek.com for details.
Here on Memorial Day, the Giants with a 3-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous day we have here for Memorial Day.
The Giants just had all the people in the armed forces stand, and they got quite an ovation in between innings, as you would expect. Here's Cahill to Burris, and Burris takes a low strike, and it's 0-1. Burris hitting .208 with 5 RBIs. Burris 1 for 6 against Cahill in his career. Zito to follow, and then Blanco. Giants with 3 runs in the first inning on 3 hits and a walk. Burris takes low, 2 balls and a strike. That's where Cahill has to live, right there.
Well, you're right. The lower he can locate, the heavier that sinker is when you make contact with it. As it elevates, it gets lighter.
And Burris hits a flare, and that's the thing.
Well, I mean, that's a significant swing of the bat, because think about the rough first inning he had, giving up 3 runs, and Burris puts him right back in the stretch.
USA 8 would like to recognize their American military members here at the stadium today. And in between innings, this is the folks in the military standing, and with the ballpark, I would say that they are recognized as they should be. Zito lays down a bunt, and it's a beauty. And Montero will throw him out.
It's a beauty he does it on the first pitch. And I point that out each time it happens because it is significant to the momentum of an inning. Job well done. I think Zito's become a really good runner. Worked hard at it.
Here's Blanco. Blanco led the Giants.
Perfect form. Get it out there in front so you can see contact with the ball hitting the bat.
Very nice.
That's the biggest mistake that guys make. They get that bat head back below their field of vision. They don't see it. Get it out front. Job well done.
So Blanco in the bottom of the first led it off with a double. As here he takes low.
What a shot in the arm he has been to this offense. Look at that on base percentage. It's now up to .405.
Line drive left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Blanco's going to go. The run's going to score. The throw to second. Not in time. 4-0 Giants. I'm not sure these fans recognize this group. They're a different team than when they left.
It really came to a head on the road where these guys all started to come together as a team offensively. The rhythm that they have up and down their lineup, they're feeding off each other. Another good example of taking what a guy gives you. That fastball is going to run hard away from a lefty. You can't try and pull it. You got to stay inside it. He does. He goes the opposite way. And here's the reward: an RBI, and puts himself in scoring position.
Crawford takes a breaking ball down low. 1 ball and no strikes.
You are so vulnerable when you lose a centerpiece to your offense due to injury. And when Pablo Sandoval went down, you really were wondering where it was going to come from. And we have found the contributors. They're all over the place.
Yeah, it didn't come from one guy. It came from 5 or 6. In this situation, Crawford in the first inning with nobody out in Blanco at second, he laid down a sacrifice bunt. Swing and a miss, 1-2. He actually tried to bunt for a hit. He didn't get the hit, but he did get the runner over and was credited with a sacrifice bunt. It's a good trick. I did it a lot.
It is a good trick.
I did.
You got nothing to lose.
It looks like a free at bat. Out in front, blocked by Montero.
That's 3 changeups in a row from Cahill. Now, he's got a really good changeup. At times he gets so into that sinker that you don't see him throw it a lot. Throw it 2 or 3 times a game. Well, now he'll throw it 10, 15 times a game. And they're encouraging him to throw it more.
Good take.
Take a look at what he throws and when. 63% of the time you're going to get that fastball. You don't see the curveball slider very much. It's mostly fastball, and then about 20% of the time you're going to get changeup.
Crawford lines it to left, but Kubel's there.
Really good at that. He's really driving the ball out well to left field.
How about that? The Giants in the first inning scored 3 times without the help of Melky Cabrera.
I didn't think that was possible.
Either.
Well, he's got a chance to join the party now.
Cabrera struck out in the first inning. 4 hits yesterday. And the first pitch is a strike at the knees. The last 3 Sundays, Cabrera's had 4 hits in every one of those Sundays. How about that? Odd. And that is recovered by Montero, and that really is a terrific play. And you can't blame Blanco because he thought for sure that ball was going to bounce away from Montero. Good play. Today came from the Sporting News poll question in April of 1942. Should baseball continue during World War II? And the 2 answers from enlisted men from that 42 poll. One came from Private John E. Stevenson. Baseball is part of the American way of life. Remove it, and you remove something from the lives of American citizens, soldiers, and sailors. As this is line to left, coming in is Cabrera, and he'll make the catch off the shoot down. And the second quote came from Private Clifford P. Mansfield. For the morale of the soldier and the morale of the Americans itself, keep them playing.
Well, and they did. They kept playing. Well, that line drive that Milky caught, he caught it in a hard spot in his hand, and it lit him up.
Yeah, he's trying to get some feeling back.
That was a bullet.
Here's Cahill. Cahill's 0 for 17.
Let's take a look at this one. Comes in.
Oh, he did. Right in the palm. Cahill's got his first hit of the year unless Blanco throws him out. He's now 1 for 18.
Let's take a look at this play by Melky Cabrera one more time, and on our Exmo, brought to you by your Toyo dealers. And you can see it catches it right in the palm.
Yeah, that's the spot I tried to avoid on opening day in Cleveland when it was 2 below.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't want to play anymore.
You become a web fielder.
I don't want to play anymore. Here's Bloomquist. What do you think Roberts is feeling? He hits a line drive, right? He's trying to get his average up. That's caught by Cabrera, and Cahill gets his first hit.
Well, that is not a happy look.
Lundqvist takes in tight. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lundqvist bounced out to Brandon Belt to open up the ball game. Here he takes high and wide. 2 balls and 1 strike. For 4-0 Giants. Zito looking for a double play ball. And it's down low, and it's 3-1.
Break a ball down around the knees. That's the one that gets the most of his ground balls. If you were to classify Zito what type of pitcher he was, he's a fly ball strikeout guy. But right now he's looking for a ground ball.
3-1. Cahill with his lead. And he gets a bullet foul. Keith Kirk working his way down the line as Melky Cabrera now will flip it up into the seats. Sorry, Keith. You get the next one.
That's right. It beats sitting on that stool. Don't worry.
Stretch it out a little bit.
Meanwhile, that foul ball found a good home. That's all we care about.
Cahill at first with 1 out. Zito looking into Hector Sanchez, and now Bloomquist steps off. Look out. Right in front of Kirk Gibson.
He's too tough to hurt.
Same type of play where Troy Tulowitzki got nailed.
Yeah. Didn't get a lot of time over there. Kirk Gibson, definitely a guy you didn't want charging you if you were on the mound.
Oh, it's okay. He charges a second baseman.
Absolutely.
Hit on the ground into left field, a base hit. And that'll bring up Aaron Hill.
Well, so far, 3 guys up this inning, they've all hit bullets.
So here's Hill.
Against Zito, lifetime 2 for 10. Zito does have 1 strikeout today, and it has been Hill.
Breaking ball. Boy, good pitch. 1 ball and no strikes. Hit out to left field. Cabrera on the move. He will track it down. Now before the ball game, Corporal Nick Kimmel, 21-year-old, triple amputee, threw out the very first pitch to Sergio Romo, and I got to tell you something. He got a huge roar when he threw out that first pitch.
Nick here today with his father. And Nick was a high school baseball player, good one. Had a chance to play college baseball, but instead chose to honor his country.
Joined the Marines. Here's Upton, and Upton down the right field line. This is going to slice foul. We saw Nick before the ball game. Had a chance to give him just a little bit of grief. Asked him if he was going to bounce it. Joined Dave Fleming with Amy G. We had a good time.
Very polite young man. And his love of our country is it's amazing, as you can imagine.
Upton, line drive. That's a fair ball down the left field line. And it'll bounce into the seats.
That's a break.
So it's a 4-1 game. Every ball hit this inning has been hit hard. And now coming up is the one guy Zito just can't get out.
Jason Kubo is on fire when it comes to hitting against Zito. Let's take a look at Upton. The swing, short plant, not much stride. Head stays very still, and the shoulder stays in. That's something he could not do when the Giants saw him when they just played in Arizona the last time.
They're going to go inside, and it's a strike, and it's 0-1. 2 outs, a run in. Blocked by Hector Sanchez. One ball and one strike. And there's that big breaking ball, 1-2. That's a good one.
That one had some snap to it.
We'd like to save it, but at this point with Kubel, you're trying to figure out any way you can to get him out. Hit out into center field for Pagan, and Zito is going to limit the damage to a run. Nick Kimmel, he's here. When we come back, Amy G is going to visit with Nick right after this.
Previously saw throw out the ceremonial first pitch, Corporal Nick Kimmel. And first and foremost, on behalf of all of us, thank you for your service and your obvious sacrifice. But I think more importantly today, the inspiration that you're providing. We saw you throw out the first pitch, but for folks who don't know, he was injured on December 1st, and you've made a miraculous recovery. And just tell us about how that has gone and what's kept you inspired.
I don't know what's really kept me inspired other than just to be able to walk again. Like, I used to be pretty athletic. I played baseball, I wakeboarded, I surfed, I did anything that involved a lot of speed and a lot of adrenaline I did, and now I can't do any of that stuff anymore until I can start walking again. So that's my main inspiration, just so I can just to be able to walk again, period.
And you weren't just athletic, guys. He had a scholarship offer from Arizona State. You were kind of a stud baseball player, and I'm sure that's played a role in your recovery. Also playing a role in your recovery, meeting Barry Zito and his organization Strikeouts for Troops. How has that served for you?
It's always nice, same with like throwing out the first pitch. Everyone kept asking me if I was nervous. I was nervous. It's always nice just to be on the field again. Like, probably if you talk to anyone that's aspiring to be a professional baseball player, the whole bottom of the ninth World Series thing, that's still in my mind. So it's still fun to it's still fun to be on the field.
And you and Barry have stayed in touch since spring training, correct?
Yes, I got a bunch of contacts after spring training because my story went around and because we can connect through baseball. So I talked to Barry on like a weekly basis, and Jake Peavy, Mark Kotze, and I have Jeremy Affeld's phone number too because he's from the same. He lives in Washington in the off season, but I haven't got to talk to him that much really.
And quickly, one last thing, guys. You set a goal when you got injured, and that had to do with something about meeting your battalion.
Right.
Tell us what you're doing next week.
Right. So I got hurt in the very beginning of my deployment. So my battalion or my unit is coming back to Japan, where we were stationed in next week sometime. So I'm going to go meet them while they get off the plane on the flight line. And
you're going to stand up, aren't you?
Yep.
Dwayne and Mike, back to you. Happy Memorial Day.
All right, thanks, Amy. Good stuff with Nick. As Pagan takes low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Pagan walked and scored in the first inning. Hector Sanchez to follow. And Pagan hits this one down the left field line into the club level. 4-1 Giants. Cahill, 3 runs in the first. The Giants got a run off him in the second. Pagan on the ground into the hole. So Blomqvist got a good arm, and they get a nice play.
That's a big league shortstop play right there. If you can't make that play, don't apply for the job. Well, Irish Heritage Night is Tuesday, June 12th. The Giants will take on the Astros at 7:15. Your special event package will include a ticket to the game in one of the Irish Heritage sections, access to a pregame Irish party, and a collector's edition bobblehead of Northern Irish golfer Rory McIlroy. So go to sfgiants.com/special events and check it out.
John Miller will be in. He'll be in for innings 4, 5, and 6. I'll head over to the KNBR side as Sanchez with a swing and a miss. 0-2. Yes, Hector Sanchez today. You get 2 strikes and you choke up a little bit. He said, yes, I do.
Yeah, none of that, but he takes swing out. He thinks right back up the middle. Control the bat head.
You know, look, when you say choke up, I think a lot of people think, well, maybe an inch, inch and a half. Well, that's not choking up to these guys. Choking up is maybe a half an inch, a finger. And you can see he's showing just about a half an inch.
Well, I like the finger. That's about what it is.
And the 2-2 pitch is hit on the ground. That's a fair ball, and that will end the inning. It's 4-1 Giants.
Area is brought to you by Provident Credit Union. Provident Credit Union's Super Reward Checking is better than free. They pay you.
Well, we're headed to the fourth inning, and it is 4-1 Giants. Now joining us in the booth, John Miller, partner, welcome.
Well, it's a festive day out here. It's been a poignant day, as even somber at times, but I think overall festive on this holiday. And the Giants and Major League Baseball have been celebrating those who have put themselves in harm's way, those who have sacrificed themselves for our freedoms here. The USS Nimitz came in through the Golden Gate yesterday to salute the Golden Gate Bridge 75th anniversary and is at anchor out beyond McCovey Cove at the anchor basin here in San Francisco Bay as well. Barry Zito with a 4-1 lead, facing Goldschmidt, and ball one.
Now Barry Zito has to concentrate on getting his location down around the knees.
And a fly ball fouled off the right field line. The wind blowing this one back toward the field. And
nice play.
That fan caught it.
The old left-hander. Now let's take a look. Guy coming over. Nice pick. Almost drops into the playing field.
Blanco thought he might be on his way down. He was getting out of there. Zito with the curveball, just missing, and it's 2-1.
And Chad Fairchild could be a tough zone. He's a guy that can be a bit erratic. He will give some belt highs. He'll give some knees. It's kind of a rule book zone. Not many corners.
And he gave the low strike there. 2-2.
Some of our nation's finest, showing that they do indeed love the Giants.
2-2 the count. And he misses badly with that one. He's had a lot of those way up out of the strike zone. In that first inning, he had a pretty good changeup going and got a strikeout with it. Got a strike on Justin Upton, but most of those changes have been way up out of the zone since, like that one.
That's an easy take. Time now for our Geico quote of the game. And Ted Williams, on flying during the Korean War, said, "Everybody tries to make a hero out of me over the Korean thing. I was no hero. There were maybe 75 pilots in our 2 squadrons, and 99% of them did a better job than I did. But I like flying. It was the second best thing that ever happened to me. If I hadn't had baseball to come back to, I might have gone on as a Marine pilot." Ted Williams, a Hall of Famer and a war hero.
Here now is Chris Young. That pop-up. Brandon Belt staggering a bit, but he stays with it in foul ground.
And a 1-pitch out. I say you got to see Zito get down around the knees with this curveball, with this changeup. Those are keys. If he goes up, he can pitch up, but it's usually inside to a right-hander at the hands with a cutter. That's when he'll elevate. But for the most part, with his specialty pitches, the changeup, curveball, and the slider, he wants to be down around the knees. And so far, he's been very erratic with that ability to command those pitches. First 3 1/3 today.
Miguel Montero, flied out to right center his first time. Powerful left-handed hitter. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants with 3 in the first. The first run of the 3, the first run of the day for the Giants. Scoring on a steal of home. Part of a double steal. Pagan stole second as Blanco came home. There was not even a return throw. And then back to the bag is Goldschmidt. The Giants also then got 2 out RBI hits by Hector Sanchez and Brandon Belt, who had the 2 out RBI triple. They added another run knocked in by Blanco in the second inning. Arizona got 1 in the third. 4-1 Giants. Double play ball. Burris. There's 1. Crawford. 2. A double play. The inning is over. Brandon Belt will be coming up for the Giants. 4-1.
Retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
Giants lead the Diamondbacks 4-1 here on Memorial Day 2012 as we head to the last of the 4th inning. The Hall of Fame MLB players, as we check out the McDonald's True Stories, MLB players who were in the military during the Korean War who also ended up being Major League Baseball Hall of Famers, included in the Army: Ernie Banks, Whitey Ford, Eddie Matthews, Willie Mays. In the Marines, Ted Williams. Mays was drafted into the Army in 1952. He never saw combat and continued to hone his baseball skills at Fort Eustis in Newport News, Virginia.
I don't know about that swing. Third base umpire Tom Hallion ringing up Brandon Belt on a check swing. I don't think so.
Belt crushed one into the gap in right center for an RBI triple his first time. Let's have a look at it, Mike.
All right, here's the check swing. Did he go? Nope, he did not.
That's out of play off to the left, 1-2.
Well, of all the things that happened in the first inning, I thought that was the most exciting. I mean, they've been waiting for Brandon Belt to have some extra base power. And today, I mean, he just jumped on that ball down and in, a pitch that he was not getting into. And I think the thing that was most impressive is it was a bent arm swing.
A check swing foul, and that got into the seats in a hurry.
The league has been pitching Brandon Belt in, and he's been not been able to get to it. They've opened up his stance. He's sitting a little more upright with the idea that he can beat that inside pitch. They don't like the fact that he really overwraps his shoulders as he gets gathered in the swing. And by opening it up, it softens that shoulder wrap, and it allows him to get to that inside pitch a little bit quicker.
It is just a little bit further off the plate than he used to be. That changeup, that was a close one. A little bit too high, 3-2.
You see that shoulder now stays open. This is the pitch that he hit the ball, and you can see the elbows were bent through. That's not a swing that we saw him have early in the year when he was closed with his stance.
Aaron Hill, and one away. 4-1 Giants. One out, nobody on here in the fourth inning. And Joaquin Arias will come up. First of a long stretch at home for the Giants. Giants will have 13 of their next 16 games here in the Bay Area. The only time they have to leave the Bay Area in the next 2.5 weeks is when they go to San Diego. And that'll be next week. The Giants will play a week from tomorrow, Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday in San Diego of next week. Slider just off the inside. 2-0 to Arias, who flied out to right his first time. The Giants have this homestand with 7 games, then 3 on the road, and then 6 more at home before they go to Seattle, Anaheim, and then over to Oakland. 3-city road trip. That'll be in the month of June. Under the glove and through the legs into center field for Arias, as Cahill could not quite get that one.
That is not a good feeling. I want you to know that. Guy hits a seed right between your legs. Not a good feeling. Hard to do, too.
So what his mind was telling him, that's a ground ball. You should just go down and get it and get an out on it. And then his body said, what are you doing? Get out, get the hell out of here.
And that's one of those cases where the body has more of an opinion than the mind.
As if the body's telling his mind, hey, we know what's best.
Yeah. Stay with me here.
Just get out of here. You'll be fine. Here is Emmanuel Burris, who singled leading off the second inning and scored the Giants' 4th run of the day. They lead 4-1. And that fastball in for a strike. Well, it was exciting to see the USS Nimitz out there in the bay, and it was part of the Golden Gate Bridge 75th anniversary celebration yesterday. And a little bit too high, so it's a ball and a strike. Also across the bay and within our view from the television booth here at AT&T Park is the old World War II aircraft carrier, the Hornet, where special ceremonies took place this afternoon to honor those who gave their lives and gave of themselves to help keep our freedom here in the United States. There's the Hornet, part of a maritime museum, also with a little small mothball fleet over there in the old Alameda Naval Air Station. And you can visit the Hornet. That fastball in for a strike. So now it's 1-2 to Emmanuel Burris. Zito on deck. And there's a military vessel that is over, and I believe you're able to go visit over Piers 32, 33. That is a sinker for a called strike 3.
Definitely a pitcher strike. Goes front door of the sinker, and you can see a very low strike from Chad Fairchild. Well, Giants fans, be the first to get final scores of your favorite team sent directly to your phone. Text Giants to 82653 to receive Giants final score alerts. CSNBayArea.com, your home for authentic Bay Area sports.
Barry Zito laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time, and that's out of play. Strike one. 4-1, the Giants lead here in the last of the fourth. Arias, the runner at first. And did that fan, he dropped it?
Hell yeah. No glove, no glory.
You think that's his dad sitting next to him?
Yeah, he was horse laughing him too.
You never listened to me. I said bring the glove. Did you? No. Said, Dad, they'll never hit one to us.
All right, I got this one.
Careful. Oh. Don't lean too far.
He's not smiling, but the old man's getting him.
Oh, and to the count to Zito. Blanco on deck would be next. It's been a busy day behind the plate for Miguel Montero. There's been so many pitches like that in the dirt.
He's been taking a beating. But he, I think, is one of the better ball blockers in the division.
Well, he blocked one in particular that helped end the second inning. A ball in the dirt far to his right, and he got to it with a backhand. And Blanco thought the ball had gotten away from him and took off for third, and Montero threw him out. Zito to Kubel in left center. That's a Zito home run right there.
Yeah, I hit that ball good.
On to the fifth.
For tomorrow night's game, it's going to be Joe Saunders of the Diamondbacks taking on Ryan Vogelsong. Saunders 3-3 on the year. Vogelsong 3-2. And that you can check us out right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area tomorrow night with Giants pregame live at 6:30, and that's our Chevron pitching matchup.
Vogelsong, who had an excellent performance his last time out.
Oh, yeah. That young man has the look you're looking for right there. Kipe calls it attitude.
There's a bunt by Roberts. Sanchez has to hurry. He got him. Nicely done.
That's a great play.
Let's go down to Amy G.
All right, John. Well, a very special Memorial Day where we remember all of those who have fallen for our freedoms. But we're also thinking about all of those currently serving or veterans. And we have a list that we've put together of a bunch of different websites that people can go to help out those veterans. You can read them there on the screen. A couple to point out, of course, Barry Zito's Strikeouts for Troops and Operation Care and Comfort. Log on to all of those and see how you can make a difference. Gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Amy. And Emmanuel Burris throws out Cahill quickly. 2 gone. here in Zito's fifth inning with the Giants on top, 4-1.
All over the ballpark today. Our men and women are in their uniforms, representing us proudly. And I said it before, I'll say it again. We got the best unis. Not even close.
Two down. Here's the leadoff man, Willie Bloomquist. We're in the fifth inning. The Giants ahead 4-1. And that's a fastball for a strike. Bloomquist is grounded to first and is also singled. Changeup. Right center field. Blanco on the move. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the order with Blanco. Crawford, Cabrera coming up.
AT&T, the question today: can you name the first MLB player to enlist in the military after the bombing of Pearl Harbor?
Yes. I can.
Don't say you don't want to go to the woodshed. 4-1 Giants. We're in the bottom of the fifth. John, who do we have visiting us?
It's hard for me to say because he doesn't have his uniform number on. It is number 25, Barry Bonds. Barry, welcome.
Hey, thanks, John. Good to see you. You too, Mike. How you been?
Good to see you. You look good. Look like you go out and play right now.
Look sorry to see me.
How's your back? You've had surgery recently.
Yeah, I had back surgery, and then I had surgery on my quad. I tore my tendon on my quad running, and I got into cycling and running and swimming and trying this triathlon stuff, and my body gave out a little bit, but I'll heal it. But I love it. I love being out here. Look at this. Look at this stadium.
It's a pretty special place. Do you miss it?
Oh, I love it here.
Gregor Blanco, the hitter. He's hit 2 doubles in this game, and he takes a ball outside. So now, Barry, the Giants have some speed on this ball club, which you can appreciate. People remember you for the home runs, but you were also very fast, a base stealer, guy who covered great amounts of ground in the outfield. And guys like Blanco, Pagan, Melky Cabrera, newcomers who are patrolling the outfield. What are your observations on these 3 guys?
I just think they need to be around each other a little more. You know, they're all young players. They just need to develop together. They kind of remind me with Bobby Bonilla back in the day when we were all trying to figure out who we are. And they got some really good young talent players, and they just need to develop a little bit. I can see a little bit of little things that they do are trying too hard to do, and then, you know, stay within themselves and allow themselves to develop. You know, you got some good offensive players over there, Buster Posey and Cabrera there.
How long does it take to develop that rhythm with each other in a lineup?
You know, I'm feeding off of Buster Posey a lot because he's the one that I think has like the best swing and one of the most talented hitters I've seen right now in the Giants organization. You know, Cabrera's very talented too, but Buster Posey he's just a very special young hitter and catcher. And so, you know, this is the time when you have an injury and you come back to really see what he's made up, and then and also working with some of the young hitters as well as himself, and then see how he develops as well.
Well, that is a question because he was a young guy still developing.
Yeah,
he was so good so early. I think sometimes people forget that.
Right.
But what about all the time missed? Not only do you have to come back from a serious injury,
right,
but all that time that you might have been developing still further lost as well.
Right, but he has it. I mean, I watched this kid from day one, and he just has that ability. And, you know, and for me to be up here to say that he just has all the tools as a hitter, you know, he reminds me of like Johnny Bench and Mike Piazza and those guys. He has the power. He hits the ball the other way. He's an outstanding defensive catcher with a great arm. And, you know, I just wish that, you know, he had someone like me over there to really give him an extra boost to really help him out like I had. You know, I had Andy Van Slyke and, you know, Rick Rowe and some of the older veteran players there to really help me out throughout my career at the time. And, you know, he's having to work with a lot of guys his same age. And it's, you know, I really like the way he handles things.
Crawford down on strikes, 2 down. Now, 6 years ago today, let's go back and have a look. This was a pretty good shot. It looked to me like you knew where it was headed.
Well, I knew where he was going to pitch it.
How'd you know that?
Because he only does 2 things. He's either going to wing it inside or he's going to wing it outside, and I kind of knew what was going to happen there.
And that
young Kim?
Yeah, and Kim is one of the guys that's not going to challenge you. And, you know, it's the same situation. When you're going to challenge me, I'm going to win most of those battles.
So that was number 715. That put you ahead of the Babe.
Yeah, and I'm glad it happened at this ballpark. I'm very happy.
What do you miss most about this place?
What?
What do you miss most about this place?
What do I miss the most is just the fans and the people that sell out like this. This is why I perform, Mike. This is why we all perform, to come out and give our fans the greatest show that we can put on. You know, every single day in and day out. That's what you come here for. And every day, that's what I wanted to do here. And I've been lucky now to be able to talk with Larry Bear and them, and, you know, hopefully get to do some things. And what I really like to do is, you know, donate some of my record-breaking stuff in here, open up a museum here in the ballpark, because I believe that's where it belongs with the fans here, and loan it to the organization and just let it sit here so that people get to see, because this is where my entire career basically started. You know, I had the opportunity to start in Pittsburgh, yeah, but this is actually where it started. This is where my life really actually started, was here in �93, and that's why, you know, when I see Matt Williams and and Will Clark here, you know, this is the guys I started with. I almost broke out in tears as seeing Matt Williams at third base.
Here's Angel Pagan after the Melky Cabrera single. Pagan was the guy who actually started the double steal for the first run of the game. He stole second, and when they threw to try and get him out, Blanco stole home. So Pagan batting with 2 down, Cabrera at first. Now, is Cabrera going to steal here?
No.
You don't see it?
No. It's just a cat and mouse game right now.
So why not steal him?
Because it's a 0-0 count, 2 outs. Why?
So you mean, but you mean maybe a little bit later in the count?
He could if there's a situation comes on and the hitter gets the advantage, but I don't think he'll do it right now. There's no really need to do it right now. There's no need to put yourself or be in an out and just run into an out if you have to. If you steal it, that's okay, but give your hitter an opportunity to be in a better hitting count.
And ball 1 to Angel Pagan. Did you have to get a sign from the manager to steal a bag?
Never. The only time I had to steal was a must run on a 3-2 count or 3-1 count, or situation where the runner has to go. It was the only time I ever had to steal, ever.
So my career, you picked the spot.
Yeah, just hopefully I didn't make the wrong one, because I had Jim Leland as my manager when I first came up, and that would have been a painful situation if I ran into an out. He's like, I'll give it to you, kid. You can do whatever you want to. Just don't make that mistake.
Well, the green light's a powerful thing, but
it could also hurt you.
Yes, it can.
2-0 the count here. Off the glove. And that's going to be an infield hit. Cabrera to second. Pagan safe at first. And Hector Sanchez, the rookie, is coming up. So Jim Leyland, he was tough then. If you made the wrong decision, did he call you into the office after? Did he go over to you in the dugout? How would he handle it?
It just depends on if we lost 4 games in a row, or if we won 4, he'd talk to you about it and he would shut it off. If we lost 4, you never knew what was going to come at that time. But he was a great mentor. Him and Bill Verdon, for me, were I think the 2 best mentors in my career. And like I sat there and said, people don't understand. Rick Rhoden was the one who really taught me a lot about pitchers when I was a young player. He's the one who said, yo, kid, you have all this talent, but you have no brain.
Sanchez, shallow right. Upton in a hurry, gets there.
And
Barry Bonds, hold that thought. The Giants retired onto the 6th inning, 4-1 Giants.
Pause to honor our heroes. Baseball, Ted Williams was a fighter pilot. Hank Greenberg in the Army. Joe DiMaggio in the Army. And of course, Barry Bonds' godfather, the great Willie Mays. And we all say thank you, fellas, and to all the men and women who have represented our country so well in the armed services. And that's our Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Now, you asked a trivia question, but we never heard the answer.
Oh, no. That's coming up after the hitter, my friend. After the hitter.
Aaron Hill is leading it off here for the D-backs with Upton and then Kubel to follow against Barry Zito. 4-1 Giants, and there's a called strike.
That was Mike's split-fingered pitch that I hit out of the ballpark.
I am in your book. You know, it used to bother me, but as your career started to unfold and your greatness started to be renowned, I did not mind being in the book.
I haven't heard that story that often from Mike about you taking him deep.
Yeah,
maybe
but pitchers don't like to. They only like to talk about the part they got you out.
Well, I'm not asking him about it. He doesn't have to talk about it. And the count is 1-2.
Mike never really got. I don't even think Mike ever struck me out.
3 times, pal.
Did you?
Yeah.
God, see how I remembered that one?
3 for 11.
I did that. I set him up in that perfect.
And you did take me deep.
I set him up in perfect. So Mike's gotten me out 3 times in his career, and I got him once. So he's really winning.
I got you out 8 times. You got 3 hits.
His other players got me out. He did nothing. He threw it, I hit it. Somebody else ran it, caught it. Mike had nothing to do with that. This isn't Satchel Paige or something that took all the players off the field and struck me out.
I want to focus on that home run, though. I want to focus on the home run he hit against him.
I could tell you
that
was
in
right.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. As he said often, the ball just flew there.
I don't know if you remember it, but I can tell you real quick. But first, what do you say we ask and answer our trivia question brought to you by AT&T? Because you want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Name the first MLB player to enlist in the military after the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Bob Feller.
Bob Feller. On December 8th, 1941, the day after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Feller enlisted in the Navy, and he was sworn in by a former heavyweight boxing champion, Gene Cunning. That's a great question.
Justin Upton, the hitter, grounded a short and doubled home run. He's 1 for 2, 4-1 Giants. Barry Bonds is here with us. Now, you were talking about Jim Leland, and the inning ended and kind of swallowed your line about if you did something that Leland wasn't happy with. What was the line that he used?
And that was Rick Rhoden. Rick Rhoden told me, I think we were playing Montreal Expos, and Brim Smith was pitching for the Expos at that time. And he told me, boy, you got a lot of talent, but you have no brains. And I was like, why? And he goes, don't you see the guys throwing you a changeup? And I'm like, no. He said, if you would stop talking and having a good time in the dugout and concentrate on the game, you'd probably hit his pitch out of the ballpark. And I took Brim Smith to deep in Montreal, center field, and I ran around the bases real fast because Brim yelled at me, better run, kid. And I went back in the dugout, and I was saying, oh, and I got up and I got hit, and I said, well, you told me I'd hit it, but you didn't tell me what's coming up next. And he hit me right in the back of the shoulder the next at bat.
So you still remember that, so it sounds like you appreciated that Rick Rhoden
sort
of drove you to be better.
Don Robinson, Rick Rhoden, we had some really good veteran players on my team when I came up, and it was really, really good to have that. And I think that needs to, that has to stay in the game of baseball because there's a lot that the younger players can learn from. And I was one of them that had the opportunity. And plus, I had great coaches and managers throughout my whole career. Don't forget, I went from Jim Leland to Dusty Baker to Alou to, on and on. So it's fantastic. I was one of the lucky ones to have that opportunity. And, no one really groomed me better than Bill Verdon did as far as being a really good outfielder. And I owe a lot to Bill Verdon.
Well, he was a great outfielder.
He's a better coach.
2-1 the count to Kubel, and he fouls one away. 2 down here in the 6th. Barry Bonds is with us. And you mentioned a changeup, and Rick Rhoden made the comment to you about the changeup. Now, we have some young guys in the ball club right now who are very susceptible to that changeup. I mean, how do you detect the changeup? How do you know if it's a changeup when it's on the way?
Well, everybody's, like I say, Greg Maddux was probably one of the best pitchers I ever seen in the game because he can analyze a weakness of a hitter. It's just understanding the weakness of a pitcher and understanding when it's going to count. Everything is mathematic in this game. And if you know the math to it, you'll figure it out really easy.
Barry Bonds. Barry, always a pleasure. Memorial
is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club. Make it a combo with fries and a drink. And by Ford, with 3 models delivering 40 mpg or better.
San Francisco on Memorial Day. We've had a wonderful weekend with family and friends. And we're happy to have you spend a part of it with us here from AT&T Park. I'm John Miller with Mike Krukow and Dwayne Kuiper. Kuiper is over on radio side at present. Brandon Belt, the hitter, taking ball 1 from Trevor Cahill. Many thanks to Barry Bonds, who stopped by. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Wouldn't you love to just sit with Barry at a game like this and then pepper him with questions about what's going on, what he thinks is going to happen next, why it should happen, and what should have happened instead of what happened, things like that, because he has the knowledge. That's a foul. 2-1 the count to Belt.
Well, when you consider who his professors were, Willie Mays is his godfather, his father Bobby Bonds, and I didn't play with Willie, but Bobby Bonds was a teammate of mine, and he was one of the smartest guys that I ever played with. And they saw the game differently. They saw things you didn't see. And for Barry, a lot of times he was frustrated when other guys that he played with didn't see what he saw so easily. And little things like the way the pitchers would tip pitches, the way that they would, create opportunities that he would see and basically get a one-pitch advantage where other guys wouldn't. And we've had many conversations with him in the plane. And once you get him started about baseball, he just goes on and on and on. You can tell that's what he is. He's a baseball player. It's a matter of time before he gets back in the game. And hopefully it's going to be sooner than later because he's got a lot to give.
And the backdoor slider, strike 3. 1 away. Here's our Ford right choice. Armed Forces Radio Network alumni on Armed Forces Radio during World War II. Bill King, the late, great Bill King, one of the best there ever was at broadcasting a live sporting event. He was stationed on Guam when he began his broadcasting career. Mel Allen hosted the Army Hour. Milo Hamilton of the Astros announced on Armed Forces Radio. He was in World War II as well. And Dave Niehaus, the late Dave Niehaus, who joined the military in 1957 and worked on the Armed Forces Radio Network. That one, a curveball right over the head of Arias in the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
So World War II veteran.
Arias is flied out to right and singled to center. Here is Roberts, a long throw. Got him by a step. Arias moves pretty well. 2 down.
He can do a lot of things for you. And we have just been overwhelmed by how easily he has adapted to the third base position. He plays third base like he's done it his whole life.
I asked him, because I thought somewhere, sometime, there must have been a place where he played a lot of third base. And he said, no, I played a couple of games in Winter Bowl, a couple of years ago. And that's it. They always liked him more as a middle infielder, especially shortstop. Here now is Emmanuel Burris showing bunt, taking up and away, ball 1. Lon Simmons here today, the Hall of Fame voice of the Giants. And his daughter Robin enjoying the game. Tell it goodbye. One of the greatest of the voices of the game. And a World War II veteran. That's the inning. I'm John Miller. Dwayne Kuiper coming back over from the radio booth to rejoin Mike Krukow. 4-1 Giants.
by your local Toyota dealers. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors for the Giants. It was Barry Zito just cruising, got a 3-spot put on the board by the Giants back in the first, and he's making it stand up. And Gregor Blanco having a good day, 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles. And 4-1 Giants as we go to the top of the 7th. Here again, Dwayne Kuiper.
All right, Mike, is Goldschmidt lines one to left. Cabrera back, and it's over his head in a one-hopper. And Goldschmidt's going to try to second base with a leadoff double, and that's the first base runner for Arizona since Goldschmidt walked in the 4th.
That was a laser beam.
Yeah, the only way I thought maybe Cabrera had a shot was it had some top spin.
A couple of good smiles right there. And very quickly, Jeremy Affeldt heading down to the Giants bullpen to get greased up. It looks like Clay Hensley, the right-hander, is going to join him.
Here's Young. Young singled in the 2nd and popped out in the 4th. So Zito to Young, and it's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
Now, the one inning that he really had a problem locating his specialty pitches was in the 3rd inning. He had a lot of loud contact. But since that time, he's been pretty good about getting that changeup, curveball, slider down around the knees.
This is hit on the ground. Arias knocks it down, picks it up, throws, got him. Didn't panic. Nice play.
Well, you know you have plenty of time. The ball hit sharply. One hopper. Arias knocked it down. Just a tip for kids. We talk about when it happens, but you have to point it out when a big leaguer does it. Watch what happens. He goes after the ball with the bare hand. You don't have time. And it's not an easy thing to pick up a ball. It's not coming at you with the glove. Go to your bare hand and make the throw.
He doesn't have a whole lot of meat to be knocking stuff down with his chest.
Oh, he fielded that like a catcher, blocking a ball in the dirt. Beautiful play.
Here's Montero. Montero is flied out. He's bounced into a double play. And a shot on the ground. Burris has it. And Burris will throw out Montero.
.81 pitches for Zito so far. I mean, he's really been stingy with the amount of pitches that he's thrown since the 3rd. You see the 5th inning, a 4-pitch inning, the 4th inning, a 9-pitch inning. So 13 pitches in just 2 innings. Matches his entire total in the 6th inning.
Well, here's Roberts. Roberts takes that big breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Zito to the plate, and Roberts takes outside. A leadoff triple by Goldschmidt. Young bounces out. Montero bounces out. And Zito now not happy with whatever, maybe the pitch he wanted to throw, so he steps off the slab. Josh Bell is on deck. Breaking ball, 1-2. There's Josh Bell.
When you see him miss high, just doesn't really wait enough for that front side. He gets out too quick. And when he takes his time and allows it on to get in position, he locates the knees. Major difference. Good block.
Nice play by Hector Sanchez, 2-2. He's getting better, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. You're starting to see big improvements in this game. And it's a little bit easier to work with a guy who's mid-80s. But you'll start to see that improvement go into guys that fill in the mid-90s, and then you know you got a big catcher.
2-2 to Roberts. And Roberts taps it foul.
But the other thing too, when young catchers get to the big leagues, they're overwhelmed by responsibility. There's so much that's thrown in their plate, and now he's starting to feel much more comfortable in that regard. He's starting to feel like he's in control, and then you can see the confidence. Different guy.
Got him. Roberts called out to end the inning. Zito with his third strikeout, and he's going to walk off this half inning in a standing ovation. So here of God Bless America.
God Bless America. Would you please welcome Greg Kinn?
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Greg Kinn, everybody.
very nicely done. As Barry Zito is going to lead things off. And the first pitch to Zito is down low. I asked Barry Bonds, Barry's saying, I like working with hitters. And I said, I got a job for you. He goes, okay, I'm up for anything. I said, you need to work with Zito on his hitting. He said, no, I don't want to be fired before I start my job.
Hey, Zito makes contact. And what a nice ovation he had getting introduced prior to him stepping in the batter's box. An appreciation for 7 strong innings of pitching. Cahill's got to wonder where that last pitch is. All day long we've been able to show you pictures of our men and women who are in uniform here at the ballpark today. And what a glorious Memorial Day this has been. Weather could not have been more perfect.
And Zito will take the walk, and Cahill can't believe it.
Well, on Saturday, June 2nd, the Giants and the Cubs will turn back the century as they will be wearing the uniforms from 1912. A special start time at 4:15. You can join the fun and wear your 1912 outfit to the ballpark. That's right, 1912 outfit. bowlers, fedoras, newsboys. Go to sfgiants.com and check it out.
So Kirk Gibson's coming out. We got a change, and when we have a change, it's time for Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back.
New pitcher now for the Diamondbacks will be Craig Breslow. Breslow, you have 4 pitches. Fastball will go 88 to 90 with a fade. That's the movement you're looking at. Slider, curveball, and a changeup. Got up to a great start this year. Had 8 scoreless outings, but his last 3 games he's been dinged a little bit. You can tell his ERA now at 2.31. It was minuscule the last time we saw him, but he's starting to get dinged a bit.
So a strike to Gregor Blanco. Blanco is 2 for 3, a couple of doubles. Blanco fouls this one into the seats. It's no balls and 2 strikes. So Breslow comes in and he immediately starts throwing strikes.
Yeah, he's a veteran. He's no baby. He's 31 years old in his 5th year at the big league level. Breslow's pitched with the Padres, the Red Sox, the Indians, the Twins, and the A's.
1-2 on the high fastball. Showing their spirit. One ball and 2 strikes with Crawford on deck. And this is fouled out of play.
Well, it is a day to break out the red, white, and blue and say thank you to our men and women who have honored our country with their service through the years, as this Marine has and is doing.
So Breslow steps off. 4-1 Giants here in the bottom of the 7th. With Zito at first. Zito drew a walk, and this is down low. It's 2-2. Cahill wins 6+ innings. He's responsible for Zito at first, and Blanco in on his hand, strikes out swinging, and now it's Crawford. You only hope you can foul that pitch off. That's it. Crawford is 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt. He lined out to left field, and then Cahill struck him out in the 5th. So he's 0 for 2.
been pretty automatic, hitting the ball hard to left field off of lefties of late. And when you're doing that, you're keeping a strong front shoulder in your swing.
In the dirt, nice play by Montero. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. New baseball for Breslow. On deck is Melky Cabrera. Giants with 3 in the first and 1 in the second. Would take 3-1.
Kirk Gibson.
Changed the culture of this team last year.
Oh, he really did. Brought a little discipline into the clubhouse.
Yeah, you know, his whole deal is pretty simple. You guys can have all the fun you want by winning. That's it.
Simple.
Three and 2. On the ground, Goldschmidt on the back end. There's 1. And Crawford is safe at first. Breslow had to react to a high throw.
Now, one of the great relationships over the years. A couple old friends. Barry Bonds being acknowledged by his old teammate, Matt Williams.
I don't know, how did Matt know he was up here? We had a little communication from our cameraman down by the dugout.
Oh, yeah. Dave Binzer set the whole thing up.
He's a matchmaker.
He's a Yenta.
He's always been a matchmaker. So here's Cabrera. Melky Cabrera single in the 5th. Foul back. You know, the one thing I haven't checked lately, Mike, is the splits on Melky Cabrera. Any idea?
Give them to me.
All right. Melky Cabrera hitting left-handed. Oh. 350. Hitting right-handed, 418. I guess I'm a little surprised by that, because usually the more at bats you get from one side, you're more comfortable that way.
Well, 350 is not bad. Over 400, however. Amazing. And that's what he's been this month of May.
Well, if that's the case, then that means he should probably get a hit here, right-handed.
Well, we saw yesterday when Ozzie Guillen came in, brought a left-hander just to turn him, or brought a right-hander just to turn him around to the left side. He was impressed by the splits. 47 hits, 2 behind the great Willie Mays for the most hits in the month of May for a San Francisco Giant. Matt Williams with 45.
Three balls and a strike to Cabrera. Crawford with his lead. And the milkman will take the walk.
Breslow didn't want any part of him. When you get a guy as hot as Melky Cabrera, the word gets around quick. Yeah, these guys got it going.
I mean, these guys look like they're protecting the Cubby Colt. Stay tuned for the post-game wrap in just a bit. I'll also talk about the game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KMBR 680.
Yeah, you're on at 7:30 and I'm on at 8:30. So we're doing double dip tomorrow.
I like it when it's the other way around.
No, you get the early show. I like you doing the early show.
Then I can say, nah, you know what? I don't agree with you.
I get to do that tomorrow, big boy.
Pagan, 1 for 2. Strokes this one foul.
He held it long enough.
The 10-second rule.
The 0.10-second rule. Now let's take a look at our ball dude. Keith Kirk held it long enough. That's what I'm going with.
That hand out of the way. Pagan fouls it back, 0-2. All right. What about Pagan's splits? I'm curious. Left-handed, 315. Right-handed, 293.
He's got it going. Yeah, there's a Panda person.
A patriotic Panda person. Fouled out of play. It remains 0-2. That's it. If we keep the camera on those two, they'll do that all night long.
Yes, they will. Tireless.
0-2. And the high fastball, and Pagan goes down swinging. 8th inning coming up.
Special Memorial Day, we need to remember a New York Giant, Eddie Grant, who is actually the first Major League Baseball player to be killed in action in World War I. Gentlemen, he was a New York Giants infielder from 1913 to 1915 and enlisted in 1917. Now, he originally had a plaque at the New York Polo Grounds, but it was lost. The Giants replicated that plaque, and in 2006 put it up on the wall. Then it was SBC Park, of course, and you can go see it anytime you want. It's over by the Juan Marichal statue. Thank you, Eddie Grant. Guys?
All right, Amy. Yes. Full of stuff today. Here's John McDonald. McDonald takes down low.
Yeah, if you ever want to take a history lesson, just take one lap around this ballpark. There are so many things here to see. And little tidbits of information like that, honoring Captain Grant.
Inside corner strike to McDonald. By the way, that last pitch, number 89 on the afternoon for Zito. Giants with a 4-1 lead. Bloomquist is on deck. McDonald hitting .317. And he takes a big curveball for a strike, 1-2.
He really has gotten great command of that pitch as the game has wore on.
McDonald stays alive as he pokes this one over the backstop.
Diamondbacks have activity in their bullpen. Josh Coleminter.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Souvenir. Just shy of the club level. Dan scored in innings 1 and 2. See Clay Hensley in the bullpen, and the 1-2 pitch again to Donald, hit well to left. Melky Cabrera spins around, he's looking up, and it is gone. So John McDonald with his 3rd home run of the year, and it's now a 2-run game.
And here comes the skipper.
So Bruce Bochy is going to get Zito, and he's going to get a great applause.
Where you stand politically, it's still okay. I think it's more accepted now. So, you know, to be able to be on the baseball field for Memorial Day and have that be a part of our thanks to them, you know, because they're the real heroes.
And they are the real heroes, and it was just ironic that all the things that Zito does for those guys, today's the day that he pitches.
It was very fitting. Strikeout for troops has been something that has been a passion of his, and I mean, he really spends a lot of hours. We get into Washington, D.C., you won't see Barry Zito. He goes from hospital to hospital. And spring training entertains a large contingency of veterans, and he does it all year long. It's not something that he does for photo ops. Half the times you don't even know when he's going out and organizing baseball players to interact with the veterans. It really is an incredibly successful program, and at the middle of it is Barry Zito. And it is fitting that he pitches on a day where we honor our troops.
I mean, there's a shot of Zito in spring training where you see a lot of the guys and gals that come out. He's a great host. So here's Hensley. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Clay Hensley, the new pitcher for Bruce Bochy. 23rd time that he's come in. 1-3 with a 1.96 ERA. 16 strikeouts and 18 1/3.
And he's facing Bloomquist, and the first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1.
And he will work that outside corner. He's got a nice little movement on his fastball that will come back into the strike zone. You see that pitch early as a hitter, you give up on him. He just keeps working back to the outside corner. And he's got excellent command of that side of the play. That's his preference.
This one he throws through the legs of Sanchez. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bloomquist 1 for 3 in the afternoon. He singled off Zito in the 3rd inning. There's Hill. Nobody out of run in on the McDonald home run. Foul back. It's 1-2. This is game 1 of a 3-game series. Game 1 of a 7-game homestand. Remember, the Cubs will be in on Friday night. Giants do have a day off on Thursday. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blocked by Sanchez. 1 out.
Big curveball for the payoff pitch. And that's how you like to come in out of the bullpen. Nail that first out with a strikeout. Let's watch the big curveball. They're way in the count 1-2. Put that thing in that dirt between home plate and the catcher. And let him chase. He's a high 3/4 release. You're going to have an acute angle on that big curveball. It's a 12-6 break. A good one.
Here's Hill. Hill is 0 for 3. Struck out in the first. Lined out in the third. And then hit a fly ball to Pagan in the 6th. Here, Hensley starts him out with a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. A lot of day baseball today. There are a few games tonight, but not many. It's a holiday. Come on. Swing at Nubber. Foul. It's 0-2.
Well, I think Memorial Day games should be daytime games. I think 4th of July games should be daytime games.
Labor Day.
Daytime games.
Openers.
Daytime games.
Oh, 0-2. Hit out to center field. Pagan. 2 down.
Well, on Sunday, June 10th, the Giants take on the Texas Rangers. It's a 1:05 start time. The first 20,000 fans will receive a Giants cap presented by Dignity Health. Still great tickets available for this 2010 World Series matchup. All you have to do is go to sfgiants.com to purchase your tickets right now.
All right, here's Upton. Upton always scary. He's 1 for 3. And the first pitch is low. 1 ball and no strikes.
With Upton, it's kind of when you hit him. When he's hot, stay away from him. When he's not, it's almost like he can't hit anything middle away because he pulls off. That's what puts him in his slump, that front shoulder. Last time the Giants saw him in Arizona, he was really having a problem covering the outside part of the plate. But he has fixed it, and he's much better swing now than when we last saw him in Arizona. Steve Edlifson, the right-handed sinker baller, starting to get greased up for Bruce Bochy.
Upton shoots this one into the club level, and then down below, it's 1-2. Ryan Vogelsong tomorrow night. And then Tim Lincecum on Wednesday. It's the Kennedy-Lincecum matchup one more time Wednesday.
They've been doing that ever since they were in college.
Yep. One and 2. Hensley, a bit of an overthrow. He threw that at 88. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now, we've seen him throw a few 90-mile-an-hour fastballs this year, but for the most part, they've been 86, 88-ish. But always with movement and always with location.
So it's gone full now to Upton.
He's not going to be happy with that 2-2 curveball. I mean, you didn't want to throw it in the strike zone, but you didn't want to throw it a foot and a half wide of the plate. That was an easy take.
So it's gone to 3-2 to Justin Upton. Got on with a breaking ball, and that'll end the inning. It remains 4-2 Giants. So on this very nice Monday afternoon, happy Memorial Day to all, as Josh Colmenter stands in, facing Hector Sanchez. And it's time for a change. Think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
See the numbers for Colmenter. Inflated ERA. Started the season off as a starter and got bounced out of the rotation. Now he's back in the bullpen where he really established himself last year. 25 strikeouts and 29 2/3 against 6 walks. I mean, those are great numbers. He's just been getting hit. He's not going to really impress with a lot of velocity, but he's very deceptive with that straight over the top delivery. Fastball and a changeup.
Really odd.
It is. Looks at a curveball once in a while.
This has popped up. It's Goldschmidt. 1 out.
Well, if you're hitting the road, you can't watch the Giants on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Take the Giants with you with MLB.TV. Subscribe to MLB.TV today to see every out-of-market Giants game live, online, and in HD quality. Choice of home and away broadcast. You can pause and rewind the games. Do all kinds of fun things. SFGiants.com. That's where you go to order and get more details. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere.
Belt. 1 for 3. Squibs this one off the end of the bat, and he's going to have a hit. It's an infield hit for Belt. Who knows? You get a line drive triple, you get an infield hit. A good day.
Right off the tip of the bat. You know, and he's really been reluctant to try the change that they've suggested he make. He starts getting a few hits, seeing some results, he's going to get more comfortable, and then hopefully take off consistently.
Joaquin Arias, 1 for 3. So Belt aboard with 1 out.
Santiago Casilla getting ready to go. He will pitch the top of the 9th.
Outside to Arias, 1 ball and no strikes. Colmenter, the 3rd Diamondbacks pitcher this afternoon. Cahill, Breslow, and now Colmenter.
We always talk about funkiness in your delivery, about how that can be good. And Colmenter really is an example of that. You can't say you would sign him if you were a scout on velocity or movement. It's all deception, and there's that changeup that is just lethal.
Well, and I would think that a guy like Colmenter would be better out of the bullpen, because you're probably not going to see him more than 1 time.
Yeah, and I think that's an asset when you see a guy who's got some funkiness to his delivery. You throw him out there as a starter, you're going to see that guy 3-4 times. Well, 2 or 3 times, I should say.
1-1 with Belt at first. By the way, the Cubs snapped their 12-game losing streak today. They beat the Padres 11-7. They had wind gusts blowing out at 35 miles per hour.
Great day to hit. 11-7 final.
They had 26 hits in that game. 17 were for extra bases.
I don't miss pitching in that wind when it's blowing out.
I mean, the park's either big or small. The wind is blowing in, small, or big. If it's blown out, very small.
You never see a day where it doesn't blow. It's always blowing somewhere. So somebody's happy.
Colmenter dragging this out. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, I think guys that have great changeups, I think that's part of their plan. Get you a little antsy, a little anxious, and then throw a big old 70-mile-an-hour changeup at you and let you screw yourself into the dirt.
That's what he did. It's 2-2.
That was Bobby Mercer's theory on changeups. I always believe when a guy took a lot of time who had a good changeup, he was going to throw you a changeup.
One out, one on, 2-2. And a quick toss, and Belt is back.
He had a good changeup, though. I mean, I can't think of a count that's not a good changeup count, or a rhythm that's not a good changeup rhythm. It's a great pitch.
Driven to right, but it's right at Upton. Ayers with a nice at bat, 2 out. Here's Burris. Burris single to lead off the second. He's also struck out looking, and he's bounced out. Cometer sits right at the letters, and now he'll step off. Belt with his lead. He has not shown any signs of taking off. And Burris takes low. Doubleheader today. Rockies and Astros, a split. That means they clean out the ballpark and then clean up the ballpark and bring in another group. Burris takes a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Nate Schultz is going to hit if Burris reaches. Belt goes down low, throw into second. Belt is out, and that'll end the inning. 9th inning coming up. Giants 4, Diamondbacks 2.
today at 5:30, right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. They'll talk about the Diamondback Giants game, and you'll get post-game reaction. Manny on the mend, latest on Manny Ramirez rehab, and Warrior Draft Prep's high-profile workouts. So a lot on store, so check it out. Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, AT&T Uverse, Sportsnet Central.
And here's Casilla facing Jason Kubel. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
See the numbers for Santiago Casilla. 12 saves in 13 ops. He's been fantastic.
And a strike. A low strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Kubel is 1 for 3. Double off of Zito in the second. Goldschmidt to follow. Skied out to left. Melky Cabrera into the sun. 1 out.
That was not that easy. Sun is a big, big part of the outfield right now. Not a comfortable sky.
So here's Goldschmidt, who's been on base twice. He walked in the 4th. He doubled in the 7th. A bit low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Two and 0.
Casilla will throw both fastballs. At times he gets locked into one and he'll kind of forget about the other one. And it could go both ways. Could be a lot of 4-seamers one day, be a lot of 2-seamers the next.
Picks a little off, gets it in for a strike. It's 2 and 1.
And we've seen his velocity fluctuate anywhere from 92 to 97 miles per hour.
And that one's down low. So it's 3 and 1.
Tim Lincecum will pitch the finale of this 3-game series against the Diamondbacks, taking on Ian Kennedy. A lot of good pitching matchups yet to go in this series.
And a bullet into center field on a 3-1 pitch. So Goldschmidt had the luxury of looking for 1 pitch. He got it. And now the tying run's coming up. Young is 1 for 3. He singled in the second. For 6 lifetime against Santiago Casilla. And that's a base hit up the middle. So just like that, back-to-back base hits, and here comes Miguel Montero. And Jeremy Affeldt is taking his jacket off.
Won't take him very long. I mean, he's already had 1 hump, so he should probably be able to go in about 8 pitches. Remember, whatever you get down there in that bullpen, you're trying to do one thing. That's establish the fastball. Then whatever you get down there, you're going to get another 8 once you get the main diamond. So once you've already got up there, got hot 1 time, it's a little easier the second time. But Hector Sanchez rather sent out to talk to Casilla for one reason, and that's to give Affeldt a chance to get 3 or 4 pitches.
Montero is 0 for 3. And this is high and foul down the left field line. and out of play. It's no balls and 1 strike.
You see down and in to Miguel Montero, and that is the happy zone. You do not want to make a habit of going down there, because that is where he has got lots of pop. He licks the pole. He likes down and in. Classic left-hander's sweet spot.
No balls and 1 strike. At the knees, nothing in 2.
95 done. That's his best fastball, so he's digging deep.
And that's that area you're talking about.
He went right back down again to his strength. And Montero quickly got out of the box, batter's box, to have a little word with himself. He may have been looking breaking ball there. Sanchez is going to come out. He suggested 3 pitches, and all 3 Casilla shook off, and he's going, all right, let's go talk about it. What do you want to throw?
Mr. Posey, the day off today. Giants are playing obviously deep in the outfield. They want to prevent Young from scoring on anything hit out to them.
Montero will chase balls in the dirt. So if you're going to throw a breaking ball, you go back foot slider, or you try and bounce that curveball home. You throw a fastball, you go above the hands, off the plate in.
Got him.
Right there. And he tied him up in knots. You're talking about a good fastball hitter, but his strength is low. Here they go above the hands, and look at the elbows bend. See you later. That is just power to perfection.
Here's Roberts. He takes low.
Gamer babes from heaven. That's right. They got their halos on. They come from all over.
1 ball and no strikes. Tapped, foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Goldschmidt, the runner at second. At first is Young.
Yeah, you've got good speed. Especially with Young at first base.
And he's the run you worry about. 1 ball, 1 strike. Down the right field line, foul. It's 1 and 2.
Perfect pitch right there.
Now, I doubt you can keep that ball fair.
One thing about Ryan Roberts is he doesn't have a lot of 2-strike adjustment. He wheels and he fires. He thinks greedy with every swing he takes.
1 and 2. And now Casilla steps off. 42,295 here at the park today. Casilla looks into Hector Sanchez. And the pitch is low, 2 and 2.
95-mile-an-hour 2-seam fastball. Try to take out that outside corner. And if you're going to miss, you miss low. Right where he missed.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Both Roberts and Casilla trying to get comfortable. 2 and 2. Tapped, foul. Third base side. It remains 2 and 2. Halfelt, now a spectator, standing on the mound on the left field line.
It's one thing Casilla has learned to do. Control the rhythm. You're in charge. And of all the innings, that ninth one is a little bit weird when it comes to being able to control a rhythm.
And a breaking ball, and it's squibbed off the end of the bat, so Robert stays alive. You knew that you were going to get a spirited at bat from this guy.
Now, so far it's been fastballs and curveballs. He has not shown the slider yet. And again, Hector Sanchez is going to come out and make sure he's on the right page. He wants to know what the veteran pitcher wants to do. And you can't blame a young catcher. I mean, especially in these situations. Drives umpires crazy.
Well, you got to make sure you're on the same page. You just have to.
Oh, I don't fault Sanchez at all. In fact, I think it's great. Make sure, be committed to your pitch, and that's the first and foremost thing as a pitcher, especially when you're looking to kill a situation.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Roberts drives it out to right field. Blanco is back. Blanco makes the catch, and that's the ball game. You certainly couldn't tell whether this was going to be a tie game or the end of the game when it left the bat.
Well, here's that spirited bat you're talking about. I mean, he hits this ball hard, and Ryan Roberts just got AT&T'd. But still, through it all, we said it's not an easy play for outfielders. And Gregor Blanco coming up with a nice play. You see Casilla's reaction as he nails the victory down for Barry Zito, and that's how this homestand starts out.
All right, final score here on Memorial Day. Giants 4, Diamondbacks 2. East Sheeran's Giants post-game live with interviews and the Raptors coming up at first. Let's go to the Sports Center Central studio for an update.